Welcome to the Illinois Association for College Admission Counseling Virtual College Fair. Thank you for joining us. Just a few announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. This is just one of many different sessions happening, so please be sure to sign up for more. The presentation is being recorded and will be available within about a week at strivescan.com/Illinois. And just a reminder about the format for this session. We have 6 institutions presenting for 6 minutes each, and then we'll have a few minutes for Q&A as we wrap up. And so now I'd like to turn it over to our presenters. And first up is Wheaton College.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in to this presentation tonight. My name is Hannah Ting, and I am an admissions counselor here at Wheaton College in Illinois, about 40 minutes away from Chicago to the west. And I'm really excited to share about Wheaton College with all of you tonight. To start off and begin to introduce Wheaton College, the best way that I can only do so is to start with our motto, for Christ and his kingdom. And since our founding in 1860, we have been committed to this motto. Here on the slide, you can see our mission statement. We are a distinctively Christian institution, so that means all of our staff, faculty, and students are all committed Christians. And we really believe in this integration of faith and learning in all that we do here. So whether that's in the classroom, in your residence halls, and in all of your activities, Christ will be at the very center of everything that you do here at Wheaton. We are a leading Christian liberal arts institution in the country, offering over 40 majors and programs through our College of Arts and Sciences and also our Conservatory of Music. We believe that the liberal arts provides really great skills for students that employers are looking for nowadays, such as problem solving, effective writing and speaking, asking great questions, and this opportunity to dive into diverse disciplines and draw really unique connections across all of them is what happens here at Wheaton. And being a Christian institution, we really value having Christ at the center of everything that you're learning. So not only are you learning specifically what you're interested in, those disciplines that you choose to major in, but also you are really thinking critically about how faith and vocation tie into that. And then our faculty are one of our greatest strengths. Not only do they care about you as a student, but also you as a person. And they really dive into mentor relationships with students, inviting them to their homes to grab a meal. And they're really hospitable and wonderful, wonderful people. And then you can see our student to faculty ratio is 10-1, and that contributes for a really intimate classroom setting and relationships. Now, to give you a better understanding of our Christian community, we have around 2,400 undergraduate students coming from all 50 states and over 90 countries, and over 70% of our students are coming from outside of Illinois. 30% are domestic students of color, and we have 16% of our students as third culture kids, missionary kids, and F1 visa international students. So you're going to be living and learning with students from all over the globe, and that cultivates a really rich experience here. I'd like to highlight our retention rate as to 90 to 95%, which is above the national average of 61%. And the retention rate is just the percentage of first-year undergraduate students who decide to come for their second year. So you can tell that Wheaton students really are committed to staying here, and they're happy and wanting to thrive in this community for the extension of their whole undergraduate career. Now, we have around 90% of our students living on campus all 4 years. We really believe that not just learning together in the classroom is important, but living and doing life together really creates a rich experience in college. And so we also have a lot of opportunities for spiritual growth. We have chapels as a big rhythm of who we are, inviting speakers from all over the world. So renowned Christian artists, authors, missionaries, alumni, speakers on campus as well, so faculty and current students. It's just a really wonderful space for student body to come together in our chapel and worship and pray for one another, read scripture, listen to a message. You can also pursue discipleship small groups and Bible studies outside of that. And that is one component of the many student groups and clubs and events on our campus. There's many fun things to do here at Wheaton, ranging from the Tolkien Society to Swing Dance Club, student government. We even have a bird watching club. You can always find everything under the sun here at Wheaton College. And we are an NCAA Division III school offering 21 teams to be a part of. And if you are not wanting to be part of that, you can participate in sports through intramurals as well. And lastly, we have a bunch of off-campus and study abroad programs offered through Wheaton College specifically, but also in partnership with other Christian colleges as well. And we are really close to Chicago, so you have best of both worlds, the suburbs in Wheaton, but also Chicago, the city. And finally, I just encourage you to take next steps, connect with us. We would love to hear from you. You can email admissions@wheaton.edu. If you want to connect with your specific admissions counselor, you can scan the QR code on the top right of the slide. And we have many opportunities to visit campus, either in person or doing a live stream tour as well. Thank you all for listening, and we hope to connect soon.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Next up is Missouri State University.
There we go. Sorry about that. I'm a grandma when it comes to technology. My name is Alyssa. I'm an admission counselor here at Missouri State University. So to help you get a feel for Missouri State, we are the second largest university in the state. We do have around 24,000 students on campus, and our campus is located in Springfield, Missouri, which is the third largest city in the state of Missouri, obviously behind Kansas City and St. Louis. Campus itself is around a 10-minute walk from downtown, but since we are in the beautiful Ozarks, we do have a lot of outdoor recreation opportunities as well. We're also about a 30-minute drive to the Branson and Table Rock Lake area. And also Springfield was ranked one of the most affordable cities for college students as well. So MSU offers more than 170 different undergraduate programs. We do know that can be a little bit overwhelming, so we do have a wide variety of resources to help you guys figure out exactly what you want to do. Starting off with our Bear Claw, which is our Center for Learning and Writing. So we do have drop-in tables for math and science for that. And if you're struggling in an upper level course, if you contact the Bear Claw, they will get you in touch with a student who got an A in that class in the last year or so, and they will tutor you in hour increments. Some of our more popular majors are business, psychology, education, and we actually have one of the best pre-Broadway programs in North America for musical theater. We do also have some really unique majors. So for example, with sports management and entertainment, they get to volunteer every year at the Super Bowl. And for hospitality leadership, they get to complete an internship at luxury resorts around the world. So we also have a lot going on campus. MSU has a lot of student organizations, 375 plus, and 17 Division I sports teams as well. But obviously academics still are our priority. So despite our size, we do still have a 22-to-1 faculty to student ratio. And in addition to the Bear Claw that I talked a little bit about earlier, we do also have our students meet with an academic advisor once before every single semester, just to make sure that they're taking the classes when they need, when they want to take them, and they're department specific as well. And we also do have a career center that can help you with resume review, cover letter review, mock interviews, and that isn't just free to students, it's also free to alumni as well. So MSU is also committed to remaining affordable, and we even offer the opportunity to receive in-state tuition throughout your time here. Almost every single Illinois student that I've talked to has gotten in-state tuition through Missouri State. You actually only have to meet one of the following criteria, and that is a 3.25 or a 24 on your ACT, or an 1160 on your SAT, or in the top 50% of your class. So it is fairly easy to keep that cost down and get in-state tuition here. We also do have 40% of students graduating with zero student loan debt, and that is thanks to some of our amazing scholarship programs as well. And with that, we will super score your ACT and SAT for scholarship purposes, and we will accept a weighted GPA as well. For the actual application purpose, it's pretty quick and easy. It's 100% for free. You can do it on our website or through the Common App. There's no essays or anything. We won't make you jump through too many hoops. But we are experimenting with test flexible. So if you have a 3.25 or above, you currently do not need a test score in order to automatically be admitted to Missouri State. But I mean, I know it's a long drive, but the Ozarks are beautiful and there's no other way to get a feel for campus than, actually coming here. So if you are interested in scheduling a visit, you can do so on our website. Otherwise, if you have any other questions, you can contact me through email, or we can set up a Zoom meeting or something. But that's all from me. I will hand it off to Drake.
Excellent. Thank you very much. And yes, next up is Wayne State University.
Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining. My name's Erica. I am going to be talking about Wayne State University. I'm an admissions counselor. And let me just go ahead and share the presentation. This part takes me a second too, guys. I'm sorry. Okay. Here we go. And we'll start from the top. So like I said, my name's Erica. I work at Wayne State University. If you have never heard of us, that's totally fine. I take no offense. We are located in the heart of downtown Detroit, where we've actually been for a little over 150 years. We were founded in 1868 as Detroit Medical College, but now we have 13 different schools and colleges, which you'll see on the next slide. We're the third largest university in Michigan, and we're actually in the top 50 biggest universities in the country. So if you're looking for a big school, this is a great option. We have Michigan's most diverse campus. So if you are looking to be in a space that's going to be enriching both in terms of your coursework, but also the folks you're surrounded by, that's something to definitely consider. About 40% of our students identify as students of color. We have 27,000 students, if I haven't said that already, coming from 48 states and 76 countries. So as you can see, there's a list of the 13 schools and colleges. So check those out, see if there's anything that kind of piques your interest. But we have 350 majors within those 13 colleges. So there is a lot to choose from at Wayne State. And we have academic advisors who will work with you as a freshman to make sure that you are in courses that you're enjoying and to help narrow down majors if you're undecided like I was when I was going to school. We are Michigan's only urban public research university. So we're the only university located in an urban environment, which I'll talk more about later. And we have a Wayne Med Direct program for students who are thinking about med school. We have an incredible Wayne Med Direct program that is a full ride scholarship, tuition and housing for all of undergrad. And it also covers all of your medical school tuition in addition to lots of other bells and whistles. So check that out if you're interested. And we have a student to faculty ratio of 16:1. So even though we're one of the largest universities in the country, you want to make sure that you're able to get that one-on-one attention from your professors and really absorb the content you're learning. Just to give you an idea of some of the things we're doing well and some of the things we're recognized for in terms of programs, we are in the top 2 medical and law school programs in the state. We are in the top 100 fine arts programs in the country, top 20% for social work programs, top 100 most innovative schools, and we were also listed among the best business schools by Princeton Review. So just to give you an idea of our most recent freshman incoming class and their profile, they had an average GPA of 3.43, average ACT of 24, and SAT of 1110. I always caution students, though, to not take this as admissions requirements as we do a holistic review and we want to consider students in all categories and all facets. So these are by no means minimum requirements to apply. So something I truly, truly appreciate about Wayne State, even when I was a student there, this is something I really enjoyed. was how much support they have for students. So in addition to academic support, free tutoring for all of your undergraduate coursework, we also have things like a food pantry on campus for students who might need to just grab some food one week or another. We have a warrior wardrobe on campus for students who need to go get professional clothing for free if they're starting a job interview, things like that. So I really love how much the university looks out for students and makes sure we support them both academically and non-academically. As a large school, there's definitely a lot to do. We have over 500 student organizations and clubs, 18 NCAA sports teams, and we definitely have a lot of great school spirit. So if you like sports and you like being a spectator, this is a great option as well. Roughly 3,500 students decide to live on campus with us in one of our 7 residence halls and apartment buildings. Although it's not a requirement for any students, including freshmen, there are a lot of students who find the value in it because of where we're located, right? So you have access to a major city that's only 4.5, 5 hours away from the major Chicago area. So you get the best of both worlds, being out of state, but only a day's drive away from home, and still having all the perks of being in a major city. So for tuition, in-state is roughly $14,000 and out-of-state is $29,000. But the great news is all Illinois applicants are guaranteed to receive an out-of-state scholarship, either the Discover Detroit, which gives you in-state, or the Great Lakes Award, which is in-state tuition plus 10%, hands down, just by applying. In addition to that, all students who apply by our scholarship deadlines are considered for every single merit scholarship we have, every single need-based scholarship we have. And if you would like more money on top of those 3 scholarship categories that you could earn money from, you could check out our private, departmental, and athletic scholarships as well. So I talked a little bit about where we're located and the benefits that come with that. But Detroit's a really awesome place. I'm not from Detroit, I'm from California, and I absolutely love this city. There is so much to do and see. And as a Wayne State student, you have access to both the resources of campus and the city, which you are right smack dab in the middle of. So it's a great opportunity for fun, but also for internships, jobs, connections, networking, things like that. Applying is a simple process. We have an online application on our website, but you can also apply through Common App, and then just make sure you're submitting transcripts. If you apply with an SAT or ACT, which we have done in the past, that would be the 3rd and final requirement, but we also are looking at test optional. We have test optional this year because of COVID and are considering doing that in the future. Hopefully, if you guys want to take a tour, we have virtual tours offered either by going to wayne.edu/tour, where you can do a self-guided tour, or wayne.edu/visit, where you can actually register to hear a live tour guide take you around campus. This is my information. Thank you guys so much for sticking with me. That was probably really fast. Save my information if you have any questions, text, call, or email if you have any questions for me. Thank you guys.
Excellent. Thank you so much. And now we will hear from Drake University.
Hello, everyone. My name is Lauren Selfridge. I'm an admission counselor at Drake, and I'm also a 2020 grad. So as I walk you through this quick presentation, I'm first going to mention some quick facts about Drake that you'll need to know, and then I'll talk about the application, and finally I'll wrap it up with some visiting information. So some quick facts about Drake is that we have a student population of just under 3,000 undergrads. And even though that is on the smaller side of the medium category of schools, we do have some small school and big school benefits. So some of the small school benefits we have is that our student to faculty ratio is 10:1, and our average class size is 21. So that means you're going to be more than a number in your class. You are going to be a name with a major and with a life goal. And that also means that you'll get a faculty advisor who you'll meet as often as you want. Personally, when I had my faculty advisor at Drake, I met her about twice a week just to check in and touch base and help her guide me in what classes I needed to take. Drake, on the larger side, does have over 100 undergraduate programs in different colleges. So I'll go through those in a little bit. But basically, 80% of our students double major. So some of those double majors can be anywhere from music and biology to PR and astronomy. We've known students who have done all of those and managed to get their dream jobs. So you have a lot of flexibility at Drake. We do have over 140 student organizations, and some of those are on the more fun side. So there's some hammocking club, there's the breakfast club, which meets on Sunday mornings. There's a squirrel watching club because our squirrels on campus are really friendly. And then there are some more academic ones too, so like chemistry club, a pre-med fraternity, business fraternities, things like that. Lots of opportunities to get involved. We are also Division I athletics. So I don't know if anyone has seen our basketball teams this year. Both of them had great records, and our men made it to the NCAA tournament for the first time in 50 years, which was huge. So we were really excited about that and hoping that that's a good springboard for next year. And also 70% of our students come from out of state. So the average commute time from home to Drake is about 5 hours. So about what you would do if you came to Drake coming from the Chicagoland area. And that means also that our students don't go home every weekend, that Drake is not a suitcase school because most students live far away, which also in turn means that there's stuff to do on campus on the weekends. So with all those clubs and organizations, there's always something to do Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and throughout the week. My favorite things to do when I was a student were Free Movie Friday that happened every Friday night in our movie theater, and they'd show a movie that was either recently released or just like a fan favorite. And students would get to go and get popcorn and soda and sit and watch a great movie with their friends. And that's become a very popular event, even during COVID when we moved it outside. Otherwise, our accomplishment rate is 98.1%. So that's with a reporting rate of over 97%. So that means that our students who graduated reported back to us that they were either in a job or graduate school 6 months after graduation. So college is a big investment. We know it costs a lot of money, and it's certainly a lot of your time. And it's important that when you walk out that you're getting a job or getting into graduate school and doing what you went to college for. Like I mentioned, we do have over 100 graduate programs. So these are within the College of Arts and Sciences, Business and Public Administration, Education, Journalism and Mass Communication, and Pharmacy and Health Sciences. We do have an 85.5% medical school placement rate, and our graduates from the School of Education pretty much get their choice on what school they'd like to student teach in and where they'd like to get a job. We also have 36 graduate programs, and most of those are online, but a lot of people who at least graduated with me decided that they liked Drake so much that they wanted to continue with graduate school. And finally, you've got options, so you don't have to choose right away. So if you're sitting here and you're like, oh, I don't know exactly what I want to do, our biggest major most years is undecided. So about 30% of our applicants from this year alone came in undecided or open. And so that means that they'll be taking classes in areas that they're interested in on day one and kind of narrow it down with their advisor. So the applications, we do test score path. So that would be if you've had the chance to take the ACT or SAT, you could submit that with your transcript and you're good to go. And then test optional too, which we've had for at least since I applied. So we've had it for quite some time, but that would include your transcript and either an interview with your admission counselor or submitting an essay. And the essay can be on the topic of your choice. You can also submit recommendations for either option. And Drake doesn't have a specific like minimum or maximum ACT score or GPA either, just because we do take a holistic approach to reading applications. In terms of scholarships, every student who's admitted to Drake receives a presidential scholarship, which is between $21,000 and $25,000 per year for 4 years. And those numbers are based on this incoming class, but we also have transfer scholarships as well. And then we do have additional scholarships beyond that presidential. So once you apply and you're accepted, you might also qualify for the National Alumni Scholarship if you have a 3.8 GPA or are ranked in the top 5 of your class. So that's a competition that happens every January. And then we do have additional scholarships within departments and even more outside of that as well that you'll get notifications about. So finally, the most important part of your college search perhaps is to visit campus. So we are still doing virtual events. So we have different academic meetings. We have student-led virtual tours if you can't make it to campus. We have virtual sneak peeks. And then we also have limited in-person visits to seniors and juniors, I believe now, and transfer students. So if you're able to make it to campus, we'd love to have you, and you get an hour tour with one of our current students, and then an hour with your admission counselor to go over that. So thank you all for listening, and I hope to see your application soon.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Next up is Missouri University of Science and Technology.
Hello, everyone. My name is Cindy Welch, and I am the Assistant Director of Regional Recruitment at Missouri University of Science and Technology, also known as Missouri S&T. Missouri S&T is located in Rolla, which is about halfway between St. Louis and Springfield, Missouri. It's a small city with a population of about 20,000 people in the city limits, plus nearly 8,000 students on campus, and about another 50 people coming from nearby communities for shopping and dining and entertainment. Rolla is part of the South Central Ozark Highlands, so you're going to find lots of lakes, rivers, streams, where people enjoy camping, fishing, swimming, canoeing, kayaking, and lots of other fun outdoor activities. There are caves to explore, we have zip lines, and over 300 acres of city parks with over 10 miles of walking and biking trails. Rolla has a nice balance of urban development and small town charm, so I know you'll find everything you need here. Missouri S&T was founded in 1870 as one of the first technological universities west of the Mississippi. So this year we are celebrating our 150th year. S&T is ranked the #1 public engineering university in the nation by pay scale. We're also ranked the #1 university in Missouri for alumni salary potential, the #1 public university in Missouri, and #8 in the nation among all colleges and universities for annual return on investment. And another really cool ranking is from the National Campus Safety Summit, where S&T was named the 20th safest campus in the nation. And we're really proud of that. S&T is a medium-sized university with over 7,600 students this past year that came from all across the US and 80 different countries around the world. About 6,100 undergraduate students and 1,500 graduate students. We have a student to faculty ratio of 18:1, and the average class size is less than 30 students. S&T offers 99 programs in 40 areas of study. In the College of Arts, Sciences, and Business, we have the sciences like biology, chemistry, and physics, humanities and liberal arts, an AACSB accredited undergraduate business program, teacher certifications, and pre-professional programs such as pre-med, pre-vet, pre-law, and a direct entry program into the St. Louis College of Pharmacy. But Missouri S&T is best known for our engineering programs. In the College of Engineering and Computing, we have 15 different engineering majors, as well as a computer science and geology and geophysics. Last fall, we introduced a new global engineering program where students can earn 2 bachelor's degrees in 5 years, a Bachelor of Science in Engineering of their choice, and a Bachelor of Arts in Interdisciplinary Studies, where they'll get a minor in Spanish or French. These students will study abroad 1 semester and have an engineering internship abroad another semester. And those will be done either in Spain or in France. S&T offers several unique engineering minors, including biomedical, explosives, and humanitarian. We also have a focused research in several different areas, and undergraduates can participate in research as early as their freshman year. S&T has over 250 different clubs and organizations that you can get involved with. We have 19 student design teams where students develop their problem solving, teamwork, and business skills while designing building race cars, robots, rockets, canoes, rovers, and all kinds of other fun things. S&T has 15 NCAA Division II varsity athletic teams, and they place 5th all time among NCAA Division II colleges and universities for Capital One academic All-American selections. We also have intramural and club sports. About 23% of our students participate in Greek life. We have theater, band, orchestra, study abroad, and so much more. Missouri S&T has 2 career fairs each year, which are among the largest in the Midwest. Last year, over 4,000 different employers actively recruited S&T students at career fairs, on-campus events, and online through our job portal. The average starting salary for students graduating with a bachelor's degree is over $67,500. And students doing internships and co-ops earn an average of over $3,300 per month. S&T students go to work for Fortune 500 companies across the US, including Amazon, Boeing, Google, NASA, SpaceX, and so many more. We are still accepting applications for fall of 2021, and students can apply test optional this year. You can apply free on our application or on the Common App until July 1st. For younger students, you can apply during the summer before your senior year. We are extending our test optional policy for fall 22 applicants as well. We also accept AP, IB, and dual enrollment credit. S&T is very affordable, and we offer excellent merit-based scholarships. Our most prestigious scholarship for out-of-state students is the Distinguished Scholars Award. It is a competitive scholarship worth $30,000 per year, renewable for 4 years. And you can apply for this and many other scholarships on our database. We're currently offering on-campus and virtual presentations, so you can find all of our visit options at visit.mst.edu. Thank you for joining us tonight, and we hope to see you soon.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Next up is Marquette University.
All right, you're seeing the screen okay?
Yes, we are.
Okay, thank you. All right, so hi everyone, my name is Rosa. I am one of the Chicago regional representatives for Marquette University. So that means I'm actually coming to you today from my apartment here in Berwyn, Illinois. And I am one of 3 built-in resources here in the city of Chicago or in the Chicagoland area to help serve students from around this area. First and foremost, I think it's really important to just start talking about who we are at a glance here at Marquette. We are definitely considered to be more of a medium-sized institution. So a lot of those big school experiences, things like Division I athletics, things like the fact that we have over 325 different student clubs and organizations, a lot of different academic programs, as well as grad programs, master's, doctorate, etc. But we also operate like a smaller school as well. You get that personalized academic advising. You really are a person on our campus, not just a number. So even though we are more of that medium-sized institution with about 8,000 undergraduates, and those students do come from every state in the United States and 70 different countries, our average class is still only about 23 students. That student to faculty ratio is only about 14:1. So again, a lot of emphasis put on the fact that you are really an individual student. You're going to be known as a person on campus rather than just another number. We are considered to be a top 100 college or university. And so that means that our degree from Marquette really means something. When you graduate, you're going to be joining an alumni network of more than 140,000 people spread out all over the country and all over the world. And so especially for students coming from around the Chicagoland area, this really does lend itself to just a lot of opportunities for internships, for job placement after graduation, etc. So we're 6th in the nation for job placement. Our students also, I think something that's helpful to know is our students really do retain really well. I think that really speaks to just our student experience and how much students love going to Marquette. They love being a part of the Marquette community. Our students retain from freshman to sophomore year at about like a 92-93% rate. So that's a really positive thing. Also, what you're seeing right now on the screen is that we do have really solid academic advising, and therefore about 90% of our students graduate on time for their program. That's a really big deal considering just how big of an investment college truly is. Something else you'll see on the screen right now is just kind of a breakdown of our academic programs. We at Marquette are a direct admit university. And so that means rather than applying to Marquette just in general, you would apply to be admitted directly into one of our 7 undergraduate colleges. So we do have the College of Arts and Sciences, the College of Business, the College of Communication, the College of Education, the College of Engineering, the College of Health Sciences, and the College of Nursing. And like I alluded to earlier, we do also have a graduate school. We have about 3,000 students who are a part of our graduate programs. We also have our own law school, as well as our own school of dentistry, and our, like I said, our own graduate school where you can pursue all types of other doctorate in physical therapy or master's in athletic training, physician's assistant masters, just all sorts of degrees if you do already know that getting a doctorate or a master's is in your educational goals. I haven't mentioned yet, but we are located in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Milwaukee is such a cool city. And as you can see from all the really beautiful photos on your screen right now, and feel free to also scan that QR code that's on the slide right now. That will take you to our Instagram where you can follow along and just keep following everything that Marquette's doing. It's a really good way to learn more about who we are and what we care about as a university by what we post on our Instagram. But Milwaukee is a really cool city. Students have their Milwaukee bucket list of things that they want to accomplish and experience before the time that they graduate. A lot of that has to do with going to different festivals or trying different foods, figuring out where the best dairy products are in the city. So custard, cheese curds, etc. Wisconsin's really known for all of those things. But the city's not just a fun extension of your campus life and your social life. The city's really an extension of your academic experience as well. So a lot of opportunities, like I said, for those internships. We're first in the state of Wisconsin for schools with the best internships. So if you really want those hands-on real world experiences within your majors, whether it is clinicals for nursing or getting into different urban classrooms for education or interning at one of the major Fortune 500 companies, if you're interested in business or communication, being a part of our co-op program, literally for engineering. The list could go on and on and on of just the ways that being right in the backyard of a city, we're literally only a mile from city center downtown Milwaukee, that really does influence and enhance our student experience at Marquette. Now, we do have rolling admission. Our application will open beginning August 1st. We're on the Common App. We also have our own Marquette application as well. We are test optional. That's not a quick decision we made because of this past year. We were test optional before, so that really is something we care about in our core values. But I would really encourage you, come to campus for a visit. We do have virtual visits right now, and we're going to be opening up visits to those younger students, juniors, starting at the end of April. So make sure to come and visit us and check out the website as well. If you have any questions, make sure to put that into the chat. Thanks so much.
Great, thank you. And thank you to all of our presenters. We now have a few minutes for some Q&A. And so I will ask that all of our presenters come back on camera and respond to this question. What advice would you give someone going through the college search process? And I'll ask them to respond in the same order that they presented.
Yeah, for me, I would just really suggest you to search out those mentors in your life, people that you wisely depend on for just their advice, and especially people you trust. Really talk through this decision. It's pretty big for you. I'm sure you're feeling that and the stress of that, but also it's not the weightiest decision in the world as well. So if you're in it together with other people, it will feel much more light for you.
I know the college search can be stressful. I know there's a lot that goes into it. And at the end of the day, you aren't just going to school there. It is going to become your home. So you really have to find that place that feels like home. And regardless of what university you choose, just know that there are people, you know, there to support you and kind of guide you in the right direction, whether it be a school counselor or one of us admission counselors.
Yeah, I definitely want to echo what Alyssa just said. That's great. I think that it can seem scary, but just remember, colleges are not just choosing you, you're choosing a college as well. You're part of this process and you have a lot of options. So I would encourage you to close your eyes, actually, maybe not right now, but imagine what your college feels like. What does it look like? What are you doing? This is something I didn't do when I was going to school. I just focused on the academics. Do they have this? Do they have that? But really, where do you envision yourself? Is it rural? Is it urban? Does it have a big sports calling? Does it not? So think about those things that I don't think you might think about until you're actually on campus, right? Make a list of your must-haves and go from there, and then just enjoy the process.
Yeah, I would say the best tip for me would be visit. As soon as you can visit places in person, that definitely makes a big difference. And participate in virtual events too, and just get to know people on campus. So pay attention to what students are doing when you see them outside. Like, are they hanging out on the quad? Are they hanging out in the dining hall? Do they look like they're enjoying their experience? I remember at my tour for Drake, we just walked around, everybody had like Drake gear on. And there's serious school pride. So when you're on those tours too, just close your eyes for a minute and be like, okay, is this somewhere, like what Erica said, is this somewhere where I can see myself studying at the library until 8 or 9 o'clock at night? Like, is this somewhere where I can see myself hanging out and playing pool with my friends? And that's the best thing you can do.
And I'm going to suggest that students apply early. So if you're a junior, as soon as you can start applying to schools, I would do it. Try to get your applications in before your senior year starts. The reason why I say this is there are so many scholarships that have deadlines, and if you apply to 5 or 6 or 10 schools, you need to keep up on the deadlines for all the different scholarships that you can apply to in order to make kind of that really good apples to apples decision. So apply early, apply for as many scholarships as you possibly can apply for. You still have until May 1st to make your decision, but get all that done early.
And I think ultimately I get to kind of wrap a nice bow on all of that really great advice. I think ultimately it's going to be really important as well in your application process to not get too stressed out or too hung up on who do colleges want me to be. I really encourage you to be your most authentic self in your application, because when you are exactly yourself and that lines up with a school that will be exactly what you need it to be, it's going to be that fit. It is going to feel like home away from home. It is going to feel like family away from family. And so if a school admits you, that's because we think that you'd be a really good fit for that school. But I don't remember who said it, but you also have to select that school back. It has to be just as good of a fit for you. So you really do need to figure out, well, what are those things that ultimately in my core matter to me? Is it being close to family? Is it being on certain clubs or organizations? Is it a certain major? Is it the ability to study abroad? Like, what is it? Figure out those characteristics. And when you are your most authentic self, you find a school that allows you to be that, it's going to be a really good fit. So I think in your application, make sure you are just being who you are. Don't try and be what you think we want you to be, because a school that's going to be a good fit will admit you.
Great, thank you so much. So we are just about out of time for this session. So I want to say thank you for everyone for joining us. Thank you to our presenters. When you close this window, there will be a link to a very quick 4-question survey, and we do appreciate any feedback you can provide. A reminder that this is just one of many different sessions happening as part of this college fair, so please do sign up for more sessions taking place in the next hour. And again, you'll be able to find a recording of this session in about a week at strivescan.com/Illinois. So thank you all for joining us, and have a great rest of your evenings.
Thank you.